Welcome. I am Dr. Rachel Weaver, and I am a course instructor with the Teachers College at Western Governors University. I am excited to be sharing with you some information about how to use audio podcasts to make every moment a learning opportunity. I have been using audio podcasts with students in kindergarten all the way through college for the past 14 years, and I am a firm believer in this learning resource for all students. So let's talk first about what an audio podcast is. It is simply an audio recording that is usually in an MP3 file format, which is a highly compact file. One 15-minute MP3 audio podcast only requires about the storage space of 3 digital photos. So these are very small files. And as a result, MP3 files are easily transmitted over the internet. And so these are ideal learning resources for students who have inconsistent Wi-Fi connections or restricted data plans. The other great thing about audio podcasts is that they can be played on almost any device, a computer, a tablet, a mobile phone, lots of options. Also, we always want to think about accessibility. These are an excellent resource for students with visual impairments or students with auditory learning preferences. You may also want to consider creating a written transcript to assist your students who have hearing impairments or students with visual learning preferences. One of the great parts of audio podcasting is that you only need 2 things. You need a microphone, which is probably already built into your computer or your laptop, and you need audio recording software. And there are so many free recording software options out there. Now, before you begin recording your audio podcast, I want you to think about the length of your podcast as much as you are thinking about the content, because you want it to be age appropriate. You may also want to create a script ahead of recording. That way you're sure that you cover all of the topics you want. In addition, when you are recording, be aware of background noise. Remember, we want to remove distractions and we want to make this an accessible resource for all of our students. When you've finished recording, you can share your audio podcast with your students in a variety of ways. You can simply email that podcast as a file attachment to your students. You can text a link to the podcast. You can even add the podcast file or link to your class or school website. For now, as you're thinking about ways to use teacher-generated podcasts, use them for content-related lessons. Consider those different learning styles of your students. You can use podcasts to improve your parent communication. These are great opportunities for your students to make productive use of their free time. And at the end of this, you will have an archive of these past lessons. When you get back into your classroom and you feel like an expert at audio podcasts, consider teaching your students how to produce and record their own audio podcasts. These provide a great opportunity for our students to practice their written and oral language skills, as well as to provide a self-assessment tool. We can even add these to their e-portfolios. I encourage you, have fun and get creative with your audio podcasts. Thank you for joining me.